Hello, it's great to have your company tonight. Well, we all probably think we know everything about the Donaher family of Sylvania Waters. What we don't know is Noeline's own story. Why did they agree to do the series in the first place? What really happened during the filming, and how the series has changed their lives? Noeline has told everything in her own book, in her own words, called The Sylvania Waters Diary.
Get into so much trouble, just left on our own while he goes and gets the bait.
Where's he gone?
Get the bait. We're going to fish.
I thought you had bait.
No. The last thing we need, Dawn, is to be drunk before the men get back.
I'll put the ice with it.
We haven't got the ice yet.
Look at that. That'll last us all night.
What a bet.
Yeah, it will. Too strong?
When you're old enough and you're out working, you're paying for your own way, you can do what you like. But while you live here, and you live under our wing, you
live under our rules.
You do the way we do it. And if I say the TV goes off at 9 o'clock, or you don't watch TV in your room, you come down and watch it with us, you don't go and segregate yourself up there on your own.
No, that's an old fuddy-duddy style, that.
Well, mate...
When kids want to go and do their own time in their own room with their own TV or whatever, it also gives us, as adults, a bit of time for us to have some airspace.
I'll agree with you there. But at certain times, like to walk straight into the house of a night when you've been at work or at school and just walk straight through the room and go to your room and lock yourself in, to me, that's creating...
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that at all.
Well, that's what goes on.
Being a petrol head, Mick knows all about pistons, valves, camshafts, you know, all those car things. But when it comes to building a garage, to put that car in, Mick's got a lot to learn.
You should be able to see that there's no mud on the board, so you put more on there.
Yeah, but I'll use mud on the other one.
Yeah, but that's too far away. I can't reach that one.
No, Mum hasn't taken up jogging, but she's had a hot tip, and she's keen to get to the bookmakers.
Just read it to me. Tegra?
Tegra.
That's it. Thank you. I just got there. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand
How much you have on it?
50 each way.
Oh!
I couldn't stand it, not sit here and...
Abbott gets up for you.
Yeah, I do.
About 9 to 1. Here they are.
They're off in the last, and jumping well on the inside, superior business showing.
You take gambles. You've got to gamble every single thing along the way. I've seen Laurie put $1,000 on the nose of a horse. I wouldn't even put $2 on the nose of a horse. I'd rather have at least an each way bet, so I'd get something if it came second place or third. Go! Oh, he's dropping back, you little mongrel!
Fell in a hole. He looked good there for a minute, but he fell in a hole.
$100. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's the door?
I don't know. That's the first I knew of it, mate. I didn't even look at the plans.
Do you want a door there or not?
Well, really, yeah, I do, actually, when I think about it.
I need a door frame.
Better say it now.
Go on, you better go.
Oh, where do I get it from?
Hardware store. You're hopeless, Mick. Fair dinkum.
If my mum drank every night, I'd be worried about it.
Behave yourself.
Behave yourself. I mean, Noeline obviously knows what she's doing, otherwise she wouldn't do it, I guess.
Well, the first and most obvious question is, you say that you want privacy, you say you're sick of all that exposure, and yet you go ahead and write a book which brings the spotlight back onto you. Why?
I only wrote the book to explain my side of the story, to explain to people and the media exactly what happened in my home in that 5 months. Not what people speculated happened, or how silly we were to do it, as to what and how, why we did it.
Okay, well, let's start with why you did it. I mean, clearly you thought there was going to be more money in it than originally.
I thought I heard $250,000, which at the present moment, you know, things are pretty tough everywhere. $250,000 was a lot of money.
Were things tight in your business?
Oh, yes. The recession had hit everyone. We were still there, We were still circulating. We were still not making money, but we were quite happy to stay where we are. We're not millionaires. We don't have millions of dollars. We work.
So you heard this thing where they said, $250,000, a crew will come into your house and film your life. And you thought, well, there's nothing about my life that I'm ashamed of. Why
No.
not?
In fact, it was quite an exciting venture. It was going to be a documentary series on an interesting, not typical, not average, interesting Australian family.
And why did you think you were interesting, your family?
Well, when you look at us, I'm from New Zealand. Yvette's parents are from Russia, Poland. The grandparents are here. 2 of my children, New Zealanders, 1 is Australian. Laurie was a butcher. Mick works for, has his own ultra-tune business. We were interesting. We go car racing. We've got a lovely home. Mick and Yvette are working to pay off their home. Paul and Diona just starting to save money to buy possibly a home. Yeah, we're interesting.
In a way, you're sort of the Australian dream in a way, aren't you? You've all worked hard. I mean, you say you've worked hard to do well. You've worked all your life.
Yes, I have.
You didn't marry money.
No, never had it given to me, never won lotto either. So no. Working is, I think this is what I wish to really say to people is, if Laurie and I, who met 14 years ago, could put together what we have now, so can the average Australian.
Merry Christmas and a healthy New Year.
Blasé is really quite a good word for Laurie and I. We are blasé. But that boat is really probably the best love I have, more so now than cars. I'm a little tired of race cars. But the boat is relaxing. People are very envious and very jealous. A lot of people have accused us of just being filthy rich. You know, we were filmed for about 3 weeks solid at our office every day. Day after day, getting this right, getting that right, getting this right, getting that right. But it was never shown. So the average person didn't honestly see Laurie and I going to work. They honestly thought we just stayed home, drank bourbon, smoked cigarettes, and went out on our great big huge boat.
Okay, so getting back to the beginning, you nominated yourself for this particular task.
Yes, I did the whole thing very well, didn't I?
You regret it now?
Oh, I totally I regretted it 2 weeks before it went to air, when it was too late to even stop it.
Why was it too late? Why didn't you say, sorry, all bets are off?
Well, it was filmed. We trusted. We were gullible. We were stupid. You can call us anything you like.
Well, what about naive?
Yeah, totally naive. We had the big producer, director, Paul Watson, who said, warts and all. So if you're having a little bit of a tiff, and we film it, we can use it, we will. Not arguments, not personal arguments. You see, we've got to go back to the beginning. Laurie and I work together, sleep together, and are now married together. Michael lives in our house, and Joanne did, my daughter, who left before the program started.
That upset you, didn't it?
Oh, dreadfully. I've had my children all my life. My oldest son is 26. My children are my life in a great respect. And I have damaged, I guess, the image of myself to my children, to Laurie's children, to Laurie probably. I think a little bit of disappointment. Perhaps I feel they're a little bit disappointed in me because I have and did put them through an ordeal.